Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about all of the books that come out in October that I have been most excited for. Honestly, October has been such a good month for book releases, so I just wanted to share all of these new books with you guys because they're all really exciting. So the first one is one that I feel like I have been waiting for all time, or at least since the first book in the series came out, and that is The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. This is the sequel to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. It's kind of a companion novel of sorts because The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue followed Monty, but this book follows his sister Felicity. Essentially set in Europe during the 1700s, and Felicity really wants to be a doctor. She's really smart, but obviously the 1700s was a time when women weren't really accepted to be doctors. So she is really trying to make it happen in kind of whatever way she can. She ends up traveling with this other mysterious woman and getting caught up in her dramas, and I'm guessing there are pirates involved. I love Mackenzie Lee's writing, so I've been so excited about this book. So along with that book, if you pre-ordered it, you got an ebook novella sort of thing, like a little short story as well. So that is The Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky, and this is a little short story about Monty and Percy, who were the main characters in the first book. So I'm really excited for this one too. I haven't read it yet, but I feel like I've been saving it because I've been so looking forward to it that I don't want it to be over when I read it, if that makes sense. But I'm so excited about it. I don't know what it's about, but I love Monty and Percy, so I can't wait to read more about them. So the next book that has come out in October is a really exciting one. It's a non-fiction book, and it is Headlands New Stories of Anxiety, edited by Naomi Arnold. This one is a New Zealand book, and it was sent to me by Victoria University Press. This is a really good concept for a book. It's essentially a whole bunch of different New Zealanders who have written little essays sort of thing on their experience with anxiety, so like what it's like. And the idea is that it will allow people who have anxiety to feel like they're less alone because they're reading, you know, experiences of other people going through similar things. And it also is going to be eye-opening for people that don't experience anxiety to realize what it feels like. A couple of them I've read so far have been kind of like a little slice of life, so kind of like a little story demonstrating how this person might experience anxiety on like a daily basis. One of them was about a woman, she's a scientist I think, and she was based in Antarctica for a time, so she writes about what it was like dealing with anxiety in Antarctica, which I can't even imagine how hard that would have been, so that was really interesting. There's a woman that was dealing with anxiety during her pregnancy, which was also really interesting. There have been a couple of other ones as well, like about how people try to handle their anxiety and how they try and overcome it. So the one I just read last night was about like different medications and kind of like the physical effects that someone experienced dealing with anxiety. Another one was about someone who started using mindfulness to deal with it. There are also a few chapters written by like professionals within the mental health industry, so not people that have experienced anxiety for themselves, but people who help people overcome it, if that makes sense. So I've read one of them so far, which was by a man who works in youth suicide prevention, so it was really interesting seeing his experiences of like how he's witnessed young people deal with anxiety and how hard it is for them. It's just so interesting. The final book that came out in October that I am so excited for, I haven't got my hands on it yet, but I definitely will. It's What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli, who are two awesome authors, and I can't believe they like wrote a book together. It's really exciting. So Adam Silvera wrote More Happy Than Not, as well as other books. I haven't read all of his books, I've read a couple of them, but More Happy Than Not is my favorite so far. It's amazing. It's like the most mind-blowing and heartbreaking story I think I've ever read. And then Becky Albertalli, of course, wrote Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which is the book that the movie Love, Simon was based off of. I'm really excited to see what happens when the two of them are writing a book together, because I feel like you'll get the best of both worlds really. and there was a chapter preview kind of thing in, I think it must have been in Leah on the Offbeat, which is another one of Becky Albertelli's books, and I read this like first chapter of What If It's Us, and it was amazing. It was so good. I haven't even told you what it's about. Okay, so it's about two boys, teenage boys, who meet in a post office. They're both going through like their own thing and whatever. They meet in a post office, and I guess it's about them like seeing each other around or getting to know each other or something. Yeah, the first chapter was just so cute, and I think Becky and Adam probably wrote alternating chapters like for each of the characters, so I'm not sure which one of them wrote the chapter that I read, but I'm guessing the other boy's perspective will be written by the other author. I just can't wait to see the interaction between these two characters grow, because even in that first chapter it was incredible, and yeah, I'm really excited for this book. I think I'm actually gonna go order it after I finish this video, because until I made this video I kind of forgot that was coming out, so I definitely need to get my hands on that one ASAP as well. So that is it for all the books that came out in October that I have been excited for. If you guys are excited for these as well, please share your thoughts with me in the comments down below. And if you're going to be picking any of these books up, let me know. If there are any other books coming out in October that I've missed, let me know that as well, and I will see you guys with another video in a couple of days. Bye.